So having a background in weather and being a meteorologist, I can't help but wonder, what is it like hearing pitches about solutions to combat climate change? Like, do you consider what you know about the weather more than others? Like, how does that work? What is your process?
I mean, I'm certainly open to looking at it, and yeah, it catches my attention. But I did a funny thing when I left the TV station. My wife she just shakes her head. I really turned it off immediately. Not to say, like, I'm kind of have gone full circle and I'm back to looking at the weather and doing all this stuff. But for a long time, at my last day, we went to Florida right after that. So we were gone for months and I didn't look at any weather at all. None.
Wow.
So what I did was my attention had been changed. So I was reading a lot of business books and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, that was a great chapter and the weather's cool and we all deal with it every day and all that stuff. I said, but now I need to do this. So it was weird. I mean, I just like shifted a gear.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I'm kind of back to doing weather now because the people still ask me, is it going to rain tomorrow? I'm like,
yeah, should I come out to the ballpark?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's the other thing too, because out at the ballpark, if it's raining or something, you need to tell them when it's going to stop. So I do have to ramp it up for the ball team.
It's really nice to have someone, an expert in weather in your back pocket. We had a member here, Jay Schaefer, he was a professor up at Linden for a while. They had different products for weather, and I never forget, I think it was Mike Lane was here when Fluency started, and they do a sleep out on Church Street every year to raise money for Spectrum, I think, and we didn't know which way the wind was going to blow with the storm that was expected. And it got a hold of Jay, and he's like, got into his model, and he said, you want to sleep on this side of the rock.
That's money in the bank right there.
Literally, yeah, it was so cool. And Mike came in, he's like, oh my God, that worked. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So
anyway, I thought that was it has its advantages for sure. Yeah. And it's funny because I've really gotten into fishing down south. So I am back to, and wind is such a thing there. So
that's crazy. This is a random question. Do you have an iPhone or an Android? And
I have an iPhone.
Do you use the Apple Weather app? Because I hear opinions of it's not accurate, use the Weather Channel. Like, what do you use?
The app for weather on the iPhone is the Weather Channel.
Okay. So it's accurate.
As accurate as things can be.
I mean, I don't really think so. My wife and I go back and forth about this. She goes, it's going to rain in 15 minutes, and I'll hop on the radar or something. I'm like, get out of here.
Okay.
So sometimes it's okay.
Okay.
Depending on do you want to know what the high is going to be? That might work.
Okay. That's good.
So I want to get back to the climate tech investing and, whether you think, is it overhyped? Is it necessary? Like, do you have any sort of macro views on that area for investing?
Well, with the political environment, no. Because I don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen right now.
So
couldn't be a tougher time.
Tough to find opportunities.
Tough to find if anything that has government related, it could go away, honestly. And I think sometimes a macro look at climate stuff needs a government involved.
Right, for the baseline data, for example.
Sure, yeah, things like that. And if we don't have it, it's a problem. So I think right now it's really tough to dive into that, which is unfortunate because we need it now. We all know that. And that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm nervous. I mean, they have just eliminated a lot of jobs at NOAA. So the National Weather Service offices are short people. They stopped in some spots. They had problems sending up weather balloons. And you think about this, these weather balloons are essential for forecasts. That's where you get the data that goes into the models that spit out when it's going to rain.
Like a real balloon you're talking about.
This is literally a balloon that twice a day gets sent up from weather offices.
Wait, does that happen here too?
It doesn't happen in Burlington. It happens in Albany. which is the closest one. You don't know about this?
No. Tell us about this. What? How big a balloon?
Is it April Fool's? No.
Really?
Weather balloons. They send up weather balloons twice a day.
I'm glad you said something about the balloon because I was like...
I know, I thought he was making it up.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
No, and it goes up and it collects data, and that data is put into computers. That's where information to make these forecast models comes from. Where'd you think it came from?
I don't know, Tom.
It's tethered then?
No, it just goes.
So it's like that Chinese balloon that that came.
It goes up and usually goes high enough that it pops. And then
so it starts in Albany. Where does it land each day?
It depends where the wind's blowing.
Damn, that's a good answer.
That is a good answer.
Ooh, set myself up for that one.
All right.
I don't even know.
I'm like blown away. Why can't a plane give us this information?
I think he's showing us a photo.
Actually, it's interesting you say that because airplanes, some of them are helping to fill in some of the gaps where weather balloons are not.
Wow.
Okay, look, we lost his attention. He's checking email.
No. I'm going to show you guys what one looks like because I can tell you don't believe me.
All right, we'll put the live stream on the link here because I think that would be fun.
I'm excited to see.
So this is probably
is
literally you've probably been using air balloons like this for 150 years.
Well, I mean, I don't use them.
Are they illegal in Vermont?
Here, read that, will you?
Weather balloons, also known as sounding balloons, carry instruments called radiosondes into the stratosphere to collect atmospheric data. And they're white, so you wouldn't even see them.
That is literally a balloon. Wow.
Well, fact check. We fact checked our guest.
Is there a better solution to this, or is this like what works? Like
this is what works. This has been going on for years, and these balloons go up. They check the temperature, the wind, the humidity. All this data is sent back down, put in computers, and this is how we see how the air is moving up there.
I thought it was like,
magic?
Bob in Plainfield calling in from the backyard. You collected the data and how much rain fell. And
you think there's like a guy in Washington taking the phone calls from everybody in the United States?
Well, probably, but okay. Well, it's good to know we're trending forward then. So, yes, I do think it's concerning too, particularly as government isn't responsible for data that might not make economic sense to gather, but is important as people plan their lives, their businesses, planting crops, all that stuff. Like, it's changing.
Yeah.
And weather is such a factor now in any business plan. What's your climate exposure? What's your exposure to fire, water, right?
Absolutely.
We're seeing new businesses and entrepreneurs come in with different ideas on how to find an opportunity, come up with a solution.
Good.
So predictive management, predictive outlooks, things like that. And unfortunately, we're spending more time on weather rather than just enjoying it. It's more risk mitigation.
Yeah, I know. And these balloons that you guys are enjoying so much, there have been times where there were so few people working at the National Weather Service offices that they weren't able to launch them. And when you don't, you start to put holes in the data, and then the data is inaccurate.
Wow.
So all these little things add up so much to get this all done correctly.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't want to dissuade Bob in Plainfield from continuing to phone in the snow report and the wind.
You got to know how much snow fell the night before, When you make those things on TV, it says Plainfield, 10 inches.
So